Hey everybody, it's Quad Nines here, and I've been saying I was going to do this for a while. I did a EDH deck tech on my Sedris, the Trader King, Grixis deck, and then immediately after that I probably changed 4 or 5 cards, and I've just gotten a few more here and there. So like I said, I've been meaning to do this to get an update on it, but I kept, either knowing I had cards coming in or just trading for cards. Anyway, it's going to be more than a one part this time, to kind of, I guess, showcase a few of the cards a little bit more. Going to start off with the artifacts and planeswalkers. And get started up here. Of course, we got the EDH staple top on in the Soul Ring, also a staple. Got a couple of the signets, Izzet and Rakdos, and got the Talisman of Dominance, which is the blue-black one. Sorry, went brain dead for a second. Been meaning to get the red-black one as well, but I've got other fixing for red, so it's not that big a deal. Got a lot of black mana in my deck, but so that's the three artifact kind of colored fixers. Got, of course, Sundial the Infinite, which is very dirty with this guy. Like I said, you unearth somebody with 2 mana up, or 1 mana, I'm sorry, 1 extra mana, and at the end of turn with the trigger on the stack, you just end your turn, and you keep your guys, basically reanimate as many fatties as you have in your graveyard for 4 mana, basically. So, pretty good stuff there. Of course, we have Lightning Greaves, which I do throw in the general quite often. Sometimes you put it on just whatever big beater you got out, just so they can't be taken out, and make them hasty as well. Coalition Relic, that's one of the cards I recently got. It's always good for fixing and ramping both. Kind of tough to beat, so if you can pick one up, I suggest you do. On to one of the newer cards, the M13. It's just an uncommon, but Gem of Becoming. Search your library for an island card, a swamp card, and a mountain card, and put them into your hand. Of course, this will go get dual lands, shock lands, anything like that. So with this one card, I can basically fix my mana, or for 6 mana, I can make my mana as perfect as I need it to be. So can't go wrong there. Even if my mana is kind of messed up, but I have a couple, like I've got a Signet or a Soul Ring out, I conceivably go, turn 1 Soul Ring, turn 2 this, turn 3, go get 3 lands. So, not the worst thing in the world. Then another fixture is the Obelisk. Taps for any of the colors I need. It's cost 3, which is, a little expensive for a fixer, but not too terrible. On to this the last of the artifacts. I just picked this up. It's M13 full. I had a Mirrodin one, but I put it in my cube to put the full one in the EDH deck. Of course, this one's not the original printing, but it's pretty sweet. It's shiny. Can't go wrong there. Of course, Gilded Lotus costs a lot, but 3 mana of any color, kind of tough to compete with that. Just anytime you cast it, you always feel good because you get to cast another 3 cost spell just right away. So, anyway, on to the Planeswalkers. Of course, we've got a Jace the Mind Sculptor. He draws a lot of hate when you get him down, but if you've got any kind of protection, maybe a counter spell, you just activate him a couple times and you're just way ahead. I've been meaning to try and find a Rings of Bright Hearth, I think it is, which, you can activate abilities. You can double them, basically, for 1 or 2 mana. I can't remember. So, you could brainstorm twice. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but you could fate seal them twice, or bounce 2 guys without losing, but just the 1 loyalty. I believe that's how it works, anyway. Okay, Karn, of course, as LSV says, he's good against decks that run permanents. So, if you can get him out, he's going to do good things for you. Same thing with Nico Bolas. Of course, he's a lot harder to cast. He's 8 mana, and it's a lot more color requirements, but his +3 is very similar to his -3. Now, granted, that can be a creature, and this cannot be, but if there's a troublesome creature, I just -2 and just take him. Would actually like an original Conflux full, I want all the original Planeswalkers in full, but Nico Bolas is one of the ones I really want because I want him to go in here. Then I've got this pretty sweet promo, Liliana Vess from the Duels, I think, 2011, the first one. She basically tutors every once in a while. If I've got a card in my hand I need in my graveyard, I'll plus it to discard. But usually she tutors and then possibly then discards it. But pretty good. That's my artifacts and planeswalkers for this deck so far. Like I said, updated a couple of them. Works out really well. I like the list. I've played a couple 4-player matches and came in second one and won one, and then the third one I got kind of blown out. I got screwed on mana. Just drew every big card in my deck, which there's a lot, but generally it's not a problem. But that particular game went badly, but you'll have that. So kind of how it is. But next video I'll be putting up the creatures. Got a lot of good fatties and just good value creatures as well. So be on the lookout for that. Thanks.